Grand Rising and bright blessings to all of my petal patrons. Welcome to Tuesday, the 23rd of July, 2024, which makes today a 2 universal day on this Mars day, but Mars is going to be running the show today. We have only 5 transits that are taking place, but they're all going to be completed by 9:36 a.m. to 12:36 p.m. between both coasts, and we're in this crunchy energy for the day. We have 2 oppositions, a moon sign change, and we still are under the influence of those different T-squares that are taking place between Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius. So it's going to be very tension-filled. Now, the 2 universal energy wants us to come together, and it wants us to form union, and it wants us to start developing what it is that we need to be able to do as far as moving forward. But the tension in the communication zone today could be very harsh in some instances. If we're looking at the highest element of what that sun in Leo wants us to be able to do, we talked about it yesterday a little bit, it's to be seen and it's to be heard and it's to be appreciated. And if the Pluto and Aquarius that we started off with this morning, we rolled into that, what it is about me, right? What is it about me that I need to be able to address so that I'm not being seen as the a-hole today, or I can appreciate the information that's coming in might not be 100% of what that person really truly feels. There's going to be this push-pull energy that has to do with it, but it's going to be an internal process for all of us. So we started the day with that energy. Then what we're experiencing is where this square is developing between the Uranus and Taurus right against its moon in Aquarius, which is the ruler of that sign. Although the moon has changed into Pisces, that energy about that shock and awe energy that comes in there with the expansion of what's going on more so in the collective energy is going to affect the way that people communicate. Then, of course, we experience the moon shifting into the sign of Pisces, which is a very internal energy, okay? The highest aspect is that there's a lot of care and sympathy, but sometimes it can be over sympathetic, and it can be to a point where we're over sacrificing ourselves just a little bit. So we do have to watch out for that. It's like, I want to hear what you have to say, but I don't need to hear all of that. So you have to be able to, all of us today have to be able to sort of stop people if it's a little bit more than we're prepared to handle. So if you don't have the spoons to dig in, it's okay to say, I may not be able to handle that energy right now, and be protected in your own energy bubble space, right? So then what we are experiencing today is another opposition, and the other opposition that comes in here is Mercury now having that conversation with the moon in Pisces. So the chatty Cathy of the universe is going to force some people to realize where they're putting themselves out there way too much, as opposed to maintaining your own peace and your own internal energy. Let's see what else we have going on here. Did I miss anything? The last conversation that's going to hit us is this Mars in Gemini having a square with that moon in Pisces. And so that's going to be the bulk of the energy that we're in today. Those are harsh angles. So Mars is responsible for aggression. It's responsible for pushing us forward, like let's get it done energy. But then that energy is going to have a huge conversation with exactly what it is that we're trying to clear up. So conversation, communication is going to be very, very wonky for a lot of people today. So ultimately, the end all be all is you need to be able to protect your peace. I'm going to break this down into elements today, because I think the elements in general are going to be able to be easier understood. But ultimately, regardless of what your sun, moon, rising, any of those different things happen to be today, just know that it's going to be a tension-filled day. And so the more that you can control your internal energy, put it to the side for just a little bit, go back to that energy if you need to. You'll be able to use it a little bit more succinctly within these next couple of days, okay? In general, because of all of this stuff that's going on, if you happen to be an earth sign, so our Taurus, our Virgo, and our Capricorns, today you have to say what you need to say. And it's not like you're not truthful beings in the first place, but you need to be able to be extremely truthful, quick, and to the point. And that is going to save a lot of hurt feelings on the back end, if you know what I'm saying. If you happen to be an air sign today, so Gemini, Libra, and our Aquarius, it's going to be about kindness in the way that you are communicating today. It's okay to understand that the conversations that are coming towards you today are going to be useful for you down the line, but observe it, don't absorb it. You're going to be able to pull this energy out in the next couple of days. fire signs today. So my Aries, my Leo, and my Sagittarius, you guys are going to have a lot of let's get up and go sort of energy. Be mindful that you're going too fast, okay? Because not everyone else is going to be able to keep up with you today. So be mindful, maintain your strength, make sure that people aren't wearing you out today, because you're going to speak faster than other people are going to get it as a highest potential. And if you're a water sign today, so if you're a Cancer, Scorpio, and or Pisces energy, just trust that this emotional energy that is popping up is going to affect you in some positive ways. You're going to see how many people want to be able to communicate with you also, but you're also going to be able to see that some things are just not connecting. You're going to be able to see beyond the BS today. And so if you're not prepared to handle someone not appreciating what it is that you have to say, you have to be able to just full stop, you know what I mean? And circle back to that in the next couple of days. Honestly, the mantra is that I am speaking with kindness today. You know, I'm speaking my truth, but I'm speaking it with kindness today. Short and sweet. It's going to get the job done. Those T-squares that we had developed yesterday, all three of them, that Yod energy that's here, this is where the universe is going to put most of us into a position of understanding how it is that we're communicating and what's most important in the way that we're trying to communicate those things. And because the major planets are involved, and because all of us have major planets having different conversations, I think it's more effective for me to do it in this sort of a way. That's pretty much what I have. Protect your peace today, protect your speech today, and as always, may you receive everything it is that you need, everything that you want and desire, and continue to find the beauty in all things. Bubble up, baby. It's going to be a little crunchy today. Many blessings. We'll see some of you guys later, because we're going to do coffee and cards, and I am going to go live on the FB a little bit later for Transformation Tuesday for some of the folks that are there. So if I don't happen to catch you here on the Tickety Talks with Coffee and Cards, I will be later on the platform about 7:30 Central Time. I will put a notification, so you guys are welcome to pop over at Peony Lord on the Face Place, and we can have conversation there. We'll see some of you guys later. Bye.